Good morning. I'm Hassan Giordano, and this is your DMV Daily Dose for Wednesday, January 15th, 2020.
It's currently foggy and 43 degrees in Baltimore. Expect cloudy skies and fog starting early in the morning at 6:14 a.m. with mixed conditions for the rest of the day. Today's high will be 53 degrees, and the low will be 42.
Well, after Friday's 18-point loss at Iowa, Maryland's men's basketball coach Mark Turgeon said that he would have preferred his Terps go down with some sort of fight, as they did in previous road losses at Penn State and Seton Hall. But as he sat at the podium after last night's 56-54 loss to Wisconsin at the Kohl Center, Turgeon still found it difficult to distinguish between one of the most disappointing performances by any of his teams in 9 seasons at College Park. With the number 17 Terps holding on to a 1-point lead with 13 seconds left, junior guard Darryl Morsell tried to force an inbounds pass in to senior guard Anthony Cowan, who was being double-teamed. Now, Badgers guard Brad Davison deflected the ball off of Morsell, who was standing behind the baseline. Following a timeout, Davison came off the screen and nailed a three-pointer from the corner with 9.4 seconds left. Maryland called its timeout, but then Cowan missed a straightaway three-pointer, normally his most consistent deep shot, as time ran out. The Terps lost and will likely drop out of the top 25 ranking after this defeat. Now, according to a Fox 45 news poll conducted for them by the Gonzalez Group, Baltimore voters are looking to make a major change in city leadership, at least according to their poll. The survey, conducted at the end of December, shows that former prosecutor Thiru Vignarajah has a slight lead over Baltimore City Council President Brandon Scott. Former Mayor Sheila Dixon comes in a strong third, while Jack Young, who was thrust into the mayor's job after Mayor Catherine Pugh resigned, is in fourth place and trailing by 3 points. A second outsider, former police spokesman T.J. Smith, is in striking distance in fifth place. Now, according to the poll, Vignarajah has 18.2% of the support, while Scott has 17.9%, Dixon with 15.7%, Young with 15% even, as well, and Smith with 11%. Following Smith is Senator Mary Washington at 7.8%, and anyone other than any of the names I just mentioned at 2.2%. Undecided still stand at 12.2%. Now, speaking of mayoral candidates, former Mayor Sheila Dixon is set to make her candidacy official later today, as she and her supporters head down to the Baltimore City Board of Elections at noon to file her official candidacy paperwork. Now, Dixon, who reduced crime to historic lows when she was mayor of the city of Baltimore over a decade ago, is stressing the need for principled and experienced leadership with new and innovative ideas. She is running a close second behind Senator Mary Washington in DMV Daily's Presidential Day mayoral debate poll, which ends on MLK Day and will determine who are the top 5 candidates for mayor to take the stage during our Presidential Day mayoral debate. Now, speaking of elections, Maryland Matters' Josh Kirk wants his readers to meet what he is describing as the distracted caucus. Those are state lawmakers who are campaigning in primary elections this spring, but still have a job to do in the 90-day legislative session. These legislators have to figure out how to show back up at home regularly to campaign while proceeding through the intensity of a 90-day Maryland General Assembly session, which just started last week. 4 state lawmakers, Senator Joe Carter, Delegates Talmadge Branch, Terry Hill, and Hassan J. Jalisi, are running in the special February 4th Democratic primary for the congressional seat left vacant by the death of the late Congressman Elijah Cummings. Now, State Senator Mary Washington, of course, is running for mayor of Baltimore City in the April 28th primary. Along with her is Delegate Nick Mosby, who is running for city council president in that same primary. 2 Republican lawmakers, State Senator Johnny Ray Salling and Delegate Neil Parrott, are running for congressional seats in the April 28th primaries as well. Both are hoping to become the Republican nominee to challenge Democratic incumbents in November Salling is targeting Congressman Dutch Ruppersberger, while Parrott has his sights set on Congressman David Trone. And after DMV Daily News first reported on the election shenanigans that took place the other night at the 45th District State Central Committee meeting that elected Chanel Branch, the daughter of the district's longtime state delegate Talmadge Branch, the Baltimore Brew now is reporting on the experience that they had at the meeting, having been kicked out of the meeting as the media by the chair of the Central Committee, who blamed it on the facility where the vote was taking place. Now, that facility, named the Humana Building, later took to Twitter and even emailed the Brewers' Fern Shin to emphasize that they had absolutely nothing to do with that provision. Now the members, and that means the members of the State Central Committee, are declaring that the vote was actually illegal because Branch was not chosen by the majority vote mandated in the body's bylaws. But according to the chair of the Central Committee, Corinthia Barber, who was the one who apparently held off the media from that meeting, has stuck to her guns. She issued a letter criticizing those who are saying that the process was done anyway, but on a higher level, highlighting the level of professionalism and oversight that went into the process. Now, her name, Mrs. Branch, will be sent to Governor Larry Hogan for his appointment, but some of the members are saying that he should hold off, send the name back, and let them do it right. According to multiple members of the Central Committee, Chanel Branch received 3 votes. The deciding tie-breaking vote, of course, came from her. But of the bylaws saying that a majority of the 7 members of that Central Committee needs to happen in order for somebody to win. That would be 4 votes. So what they say should have happened was the 2 lowest voting getting members who were trying to get the appointment should have been removed from the ballot, and the second ballot should have took place between Ms. Branch and Kaylin Young, who was the next leading vote getter. Whoever got to 4 votes will vote for both names to the governor. I'm sure more will be revealed on this story. Now, the Baltimore Sun's Liz Bowie is reporting on Wolf Street Academy, which has been a high-performing charter school in East Baltimore for more than a decade. It was rewarded Tuesday night with an 8-year extension of the contract to operate the school, the longest charter renewal ever given by the Baltimore School Board. Now, 3 charter schools, Tunbridge Public Charter School, Govans Elementary, and City Neighbors High School, have received 5-year renewals of their charters, while Lily Mae Carroll Jackson School, the Reach Partnership School, and Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys have qualified to operate for 3 more years. However, at the school board meeting last night, the board also closed NACA 2 Freedom and Democracy Academy, a 6th through 12th grade charter school near Northern Parkway in the eastern part of the city. Now, the school has been one of the lowest performing in the city, according to the school board, and can still appeal the decision that the school board made last night. The school will close after this school year. The board also took action to close 2 existing public schools. Sarah M. Roach Elementary School, which has only 185 students in it, will close this coming summer, and students will be transferred to Mary E. Rodman Elementary. In the summer of 2021, the school system will close George McMeekin High School for students in special education and transfer them to the nearest special needs school to the nearest school to their house that can accommodate their needs. I'm your man, Mr. Politics, and this has been your DMV Daily Dose for Wednesday, January 15th, 2020. For more information on the articles that I've mentioned, just go on over to that website, www.dmvdaily.news.